So, what's up, targeted individuals? It's time to talk about a very important illusion. Um, and it comes with gang stalking, and I'm just completely cleansing the minds of targeted individuals, at least other targeted individuals. My mind thought like this as well. But we're here to talk about the fame illusion, the illusion of fame. Like how y'all think everybody know you, um, which it'll cause you to talk to yourself and try to explain yourself while you're alone. Some A lot of targeted individuals talk to themselves because you believe that you're being listened to by the world. You might have a slander campaign going on around about you, or you think it's a slander campaign. It's a false illusion of a slander campaign and a smear campaign. You get what I'm saying? You're a citizen. We are citizens. We are not celebrities, right? So basically, what this causes, it causes you to speak to yourself. It causes, which I've done myself, and it causes an illusion of fame. Like you have to explain yourself. You're unknown. We're unknown. We're unknown people. So that's why I get on here pretty much every day. I just want to destroy. Um, First, I want to replenish the minds of God's people, which is targeted individuals. But I want to destroy um, this piece of this system they have, this Pfizer 702 program, this organized surveillance, organized stalking. You have to understand why they made this movie, The Truman Show. The Truman Show was depicted is everybody knew Truman. Everybody was watching Truman's life. It's impossible, even if you put it in a way to where um, it's only us. Like if you put it in a way, oh, we're important people to watch. No, this this stuff actually being a possibility of being watched by the world creates an illusion of fame, and it also could, if that was true, people are at work right now, regular jobs. But if that was true, um, it 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 would create a mental illness inside of regular citizens. It will create a mental illness inside of regular citizens. You have to think. Uh, we're we're I mean we have to put in our card information. People have conversations to themselves at home, but they're watching us like a TV show. I know I kind of sound like a broken record, but we have it's so much information. If the whole world was watching us while we were doing this stuff, it's so much information that would just be, pushed out. That's how you have to understand that it's someone of law that's watching everything. It's not, and they're creating the illusion that it's citizens so they can get the correct response. Citizens watching you at home, you being told that citizens watching you when you in your privacy, it'll create what it does is that it will create an illusion of mental illness and have you talking to yourself and things like that. But it's an illusion of mental illness. Um, they want you to think that these citizens are doing these things, bro. If citizens are doing that, they're the feds as well. They're whatever part of it, whatever organization they think they are. I don't know if they think they're working for the Illuminati or anything. They're the feds. So feel comfortable at home. Feel comfortable while at alone. While alone. Um, I'm just trying to destroy that because it's a lot of targeted individuals. Just I don't know if they're shields, but they just can't understand that the Truman Show is simply impossible. They don't understand that what 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 the Truman Show theory causes. They don't understand that. They don't understand that. You would think if somebody's watching you every day, um, if your whole life is being recorded, you would think that you wouldn't have to explain yourself like you do. Like you have to explain yourself. Like you talk to yourself, say, "Oh, and somebody will put something in front of you. Oh, I wouldn't do that, or this or that." So I'm just trying to destroy that. I'm going to do that every video. I don't care if I sound like a broken record. Sometimes people need to sound like a broken record. Just like I said, with defunding the police, it only takes telling these gangsters, these people that have committed a crime. You don't have to be a regular person to. You don't have to. You can be a librarian and still get sentenced. If you commit a crime, you're going to jail. So, and I'm not trying to say that to piss anybody off. I don't believe any targeted individual is stupid enough to think that they're targeted and has committed a crime. That's the reason why. Uh, and this is just jealousy. This is just jealousy. It's something different. If you committed a crime or something like that, this is just complete jealousy, and jealousy is cruel as the grave. What I'm trying to do is trying to get you to stop talking to yourself alone. I've done it myself. I'm a targeted individual. It is going on. It's just not who you think it is. These citizens are receiving notifications. It's not psychologically culpable for a citizen to be able to watch someone else through a hidden camera in their house. I'm sorry. It's just not psychologically culpable. It's psychologically culpable for a person that can make sure they're not being watched, um, to be watching you in your house. Uh, a person that's, a hacker or something like that would would equal to a person that can possibly do that. A person that knows how to look for hidden cameras would possibly be able to watch you in your house. Those people are part of law enforcement. And like I said, a hacker, and this is the thing is, you don't know why you can't breathe sometimes. You know, you don't. That's the thing. You don't know why you can't breathe sometime and you in public. You don't know why you can't breathe sometime you alone in your house. That's the thing, bro. You don't know why. And why is because the Truman Show is what the Truman Show told you. If you knew that it was only someone, a part of the FBI or the feds, watching you through a hidden camera in your house or through your phone camera, if you knew that it was only them, there would be no reaction. There would be no reaction. You wouldn't even react. It's like, okay, and like, you feel what I'm saying? They tell you that it's citizens, so you react. They try to entrap you. They tell you citizens watching you, so they can entrap you, so they can piss you off. You know, you go in public, you get an indirected conversation like, bro, these regular motherfuckers watching me in my house. How the hell they heard that? No, bro, they get a notification. You know, they don't know what they're doing, and it's just impossible. What I'm saying is, it's not psychologically culpable. It's not possible. It's not psychologically culpable for any citizens to be doing that. And any person dressed as a citizen that does that, you should consider them as a fed, and continue to breathe normally and things like that. But that's what they do. That's how they cause these things. That's how they do these things. They don't care about your mental illness, for one. They don't care about the mental illness that they cause. Um, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to understand logistics. You're supposed to understand that it's impossible for someone to be watching you through a hidden camera in your house, uh, or through your TV. Besides the feds, besides a law enforcement organization, you know. So it's they try to tell you that it's regular citizens, as the Truman Show does, so that they can get the correct response. I'm pretty sure that if there was a crowd, if you were on a stage and there was a crowd full of police, you're going to be way more comfortable performing whatever you're performing than it being regular people. Because honestly, those people have put themselves in a position to where, um, you don't, you can tell them anything. That's their position. It's supposed to, they're serve and protect. That's their position. So this is what people must understand. I had to learn how to stop talking to myself, due to logistics. The only reason I used to talk to myself and explain myself in my house, was simply because I used to think that, hey, it's regular citizens watching me do certain things, and while I'm alone in my house, it's regular citizens watching me. That's what I used to think. And then I just have to get logistics. You have to apply logistics to every part of life. I might sound like a broken record, but that's just what that is. You have to apply logistics to every part of life. They're getting notifications. It took me years to even notice that. It's not psychologically culpable. It's not psychologically culpable to do that to anyone. You know, it's not psychologically culpable. They use citizens to do these things when it's just impossible. But I'm just here to tear this all down. I'm trying to tear it down. I don't hear people say what I say, which makes me think some people are shields. Like, have you not? I mean, I guess people maybe work too much. But I've sat in the house for years, just pretty much studying this stuff. Um, I don't watch entertaining videos. I don't watch entertainment. I only watch things about gang stalking because once you come to the realization of this thing being real, um, you can't really. It's nothing you can really do anymore. Movies, you can't even watch a movie um, unless you're around a person. When you're around people, you have to kind of adapt to things. You know, you have to adapt to things when you're around people because you do have to get a girlfriend and go to the movies and go out to eat and stuff. You have to adapt to that type of stuff because that's just normal life. So you have to understand these people and what they're going to do. So that's just what that is. Jealousy's cruel as the grave. You know, jealousy is cruel as the grave, man, and that's just what that is. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. That means, like, man, do you prefer the isolation? Like I said, every video, even if you don't receive a disability check, your future is in front of you. If you prefer isolation, if you prefer not being around a bunch of people, if you prefer isolation and not going to clubs, that means you don't buy material things. Guess what? That means you're on the way to success. You shouldn't be buying anything material until you can buy it in mass. That's when you should buy material things. So you're on the way to success once you can do that type of stuff. But you know, jealousy is just cruel as the grave, bro. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. And that's pretty much what that is. I'm going to keep my live streams long because I like listening to long videos. What I'm talking about is complete things that I've just noticed and looked up. I just put logistics. I applied logistics to every part of life. I apply logistics to every part of life. You know, why would you care about a girl leaving you when there's billions of bitches in the world? You get what I'm saying? That's applying logistics. When 10 years ago, I would have been motherfucking trying to fight whoever she's leaving for. You know, I'm just saying. You know what because that's a part of life. We think that that's everything. You know, and you'll be seeing your ass in the jail somewhere. Trying to because you done killed the nigga that's talking to your girlfriend. You'll be seeing your ass in the jail somewhere because of that. And you'll be looking stupid as hell. Like, damn, I should have just talked to that other girl that was looking at me. But my mind was just so fucked up. I had to just do this or do that. Like, bro, it's that's what these people do. They try to fuck up your mind. They put citizens. Why do you think citizens are the ones harassing you with indirect conversations? But you see cops everywhere harassing you, and citizens are doing it because they're trying to make you think that citizens are doing it, and the info, the the fame illusion, the infamous illusion. Oh, people think this about me. People think that about me. No, they don't. They're getting a fucking notification. You feel what I'm saying? They're getting a fucking notification, bro. You know, they're getting a notification, and that's just what that is. Um, that's just what that is. They're getting a notification to do these things. It's only the police, bro. So that's what it is. It's a fame illusion. They want you to think that everyone is a part of this stuff. It's illusion of fame. They want you to think that everyone believes something about you and you can't speak for yourself. I came up with some stuff called what? Speech paralysis. Yeah, that's sleep paralysis. I came up with some stuff called speech paralysis. I call speech paralysis like something that they don't want you to be able to speak. They want you to think. You know how some people think that the radio is talking to them or talking about them. They think songs are talking to them or talking about them. Okay, guess what? Millions of people are hearing that song, and you can't. Explain yourself. That speech paralysis. What is that going to cause? It's going to cause you to violence. So I'm trying to destroy this. It's impossible for citizens to be watching you in your house and all of you hacking your phone. All of that is federal. And hackers are only hackers. Hackers are only hackers because they understand the technology. Hackers are only hackers because they understand the technology. That's the only reason they're hackers. They're only hackers. A hacker's not going to be a killer. A hacker's not going to be anything else because they're hacking people's phone. If somebody can look at you through their phone camera, they're only going to do that. Somebody can mirror your phone. They're only going to be that type of person because they understand that technology. You know, that's just what that is, bro. So I'm trying to destroy that. I'm trying to destroy that. I'm trying to destroy that shit. Like I'm trying to destroy it. I'm trying. I might sound like a broken record every time I get on here, but it's important for you to know that you do not have to speak to yourself. It's important for you to know that. It's important for you to listen to my stuff. It's important for you to listen to my stuff. I would take a fucking lie detector test. I don't know any of you. Nobody's telling me to do this stuff. I research this stuff all day. It's put me in a mindset of just destruction. It's put me in a mindset of destruction. So I research this stuff all day. I don't stop researching it. This is all I look at. I'll replay the same videos until I get tired of them and need new videos. I just posted a live yesterday, but I'm thinking about doing a live at least 1 week, once a week. I'm thinking about doing a live at least once a week, so I can continue to expose this stuff. Continue to expose this stuff. They think they put a filter on me or something. Nah, what you talking about? You know, they ain't putting no filter. You can't put no filter on me. You're only gonna make it worse. So that's just what that is. You can't make it worse to me. You can't do anything to me. You can take everything from me. You can't take God. And I don't know how you can take everything from me, but I don't care. This stuff is in the scripture. So I will be continuing to expose this stuff. Um, as long as they continue to target me, um, anybody that I can get 24/7 surveillance out to in public, I'm going to do that. If I could buy a fucking billboard to explain Homeland Security, I'm going to do that. This is who's doing this stuff. It's the FBI. It's your local law enforcement. Um, it might not be the cops that actually know about it themselves. It might be their captain. The cops are just stereotype people. That's enough, you know. But it might be their captain. It might be somebody over the captain. It might be the person that's coordinating this stuff to do that. But it's at the end of the day, bro. It's the FBI, bro. It's these three-letter organization. It's Central, CIA. Things I don't like to really talk about. They try to make it seem like you have some type of information about them or you know them. Just like the movies. You know how there's always this one motherfucker running around that's running from the CIA or something. Yeah, that's how they get you killed. You know, that's how they get you killed. And it'll be through your action. You'll be doing some stupid ass shit. You might just run from the police and tip over your car. And now you fucked up. And you don't even know anything about these people. They want to treat you like you in a fucking movie or something. Don't fall for that shit. I don't even see. I ain't never seen no goddamn CIA or fucking FBI or shit like that. I don't give a fuck about them people. I don't know anything about them people. What I do know is what things cause. What I do know is what things cause. That's why you have to apply logistics to every part of life. I know what things cause. If somebody say that uh, you not this or that, that's a good thing. You're going to find a reason to say whatever you are. Hey, I am that. You feel what I'm saying? I am that right there. What you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? You tell somebody they not something they want to be, they gonna give you the reason why they is. You know, it'll cause information or, false information. At least I just know what things cause. Can't do that with me. I just understand what this shit is. I'm trying to help people. I don't want to see anyone in jail. So these people that's on these people that's in these streets. I've never been in the streets. It might sound like it. Shit, motherfuckers know. It might look like it. Motherfuckers know. I've never been in the streets. I've never been a person that's committed a crime. You don't have to be a criminal. Um, you don't have to be a criminal. You just commit like I said, a librarian can commit a crime, and they're getting a sentence. A librarian will get a sentence, bro. It don't matter who you is. So you gotta understand the games these people try to play. Oh, he's a good kid. No, I haven't done shit. So you're not about to trick me into anything. Anything falsely, you're not. And that's what it does. Not about to trick me into anything. No, I'm not a good kid. I ain't did shit. He's a good kid, but nah, I ain't did shit. So that's just what that is. But yeah, for these other people, I have to start getting this stuff out to them. You know how they play, bro. You know how they play. For these other people, I have to start getting this stuff out to them. These regular people, because they don't stop. Like I said, stop. Stop harassing me. Because I can destroy your system in 2 seconds. It's simple. I don't even know how. I don't even know how. Like, there's no reason for me to be able to. I'm looking at some booty right now, my bad. But some ass on her. But there is no uh um there is no there is no damn. There is no you know, there is no how. There is no how, bro. I don't even know how to. I just got totally distracted right now. But damn, hold on, let me catch myself. I just got totally distracted right now. But that's just what that's how they uh, run things. So you just have to understand this type of stuff before you end up getting yourself in an entrapment. They don't want people out here that um, know about the system. Like it ain't like I've been in the system. It's not like I've been in the system, bro. It's not like I've told people. It's not like I've sat down with somebody. Like, bro, I literally learned this. This shit causes fucking problems, bro. It causes people to say shit. You know what I'm saying? It causes problems. It causes mental illness. It's even caused me to think the streets is mic'd up. I'm walking down the street talking to myself. They're causing a mental illness. I have to say, stop saying you. They're causing a mental illness, bro. They're causing a mental illness, and jealousy's cruel as the grave, bro. That's just what that is, bro. You started to isolate. You cut off all your friends first, didn't you? Then you. That's how it worked. You cut off all your friends first, didn't you? Oh, then now you feel like people trying to be your friend. Now you gonna get targeted. They want you to have friends because friends lead to ends. They want you to have friends. And then I went around people. I went around people twice, like 5 years ago. I went around people twice, bro. I almost ended up in jail just from being around them. I went around them twice. I said, you know what? Let me go around these motherfuckers. Whoop, whoop. I went around them twice, bro. I went around them twice, bro, just because I wanted to. Went around them, bro. And guess what? Motherfucker always can end up in jail situations just because of that. You cut off your friends first, though. It's even worse if you cut off your friends. You already had your life getting together because you seen what they was trying to do. You seen they'll possibly set you up. You seen that. With me, my birthday is the same as Biggie. I have the same birthday as Biggie. There's an artist called Playboy Carti that has the same birth date or something similar or resting date as Tupac. So what they were trying to do with me, I'm talking on me for 1 minute. This 1 minute, they were. I had friends that was around me my whole life. I had like 3 different sets of friends that had diseases that they were born with that will only allow them to live to 40. What they tried to do to me, they tried to make me an asset to music or something like that, so they can You know, you get what I'm saying? So they can be behind me and on stage and shit. They can be behind me, and they can profit off of it. They can live and have fun because they might not live past 40 because of the non-sexual disease that they were born with. You get what I'm saying? So they tried to make me a slave asset to music, which is not going to work and it's not happening. Um, I left the state for I've been out the state for around a year and a half or something like that. These motherfuckers, it's my targeting has just gotten worse. I guess they want me staying in that state. They tried to keep me in the state of Georgia, so somebody could kill me. There's a reason. There's reasons for someone to do that, but the people that there's reason those people are very those aren't gangster people that would want to do that. You know, they aren't gangster people. So they created a reason for someone to want to do something to me as well. And I'm not going to talk about that. But those people wouldn't do that. You know, like those people, I know those people like we're enemies, but they're not gangster. You know, so and they wouldn't do that. They're just very they're 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 very they're just normal people. I grew up with them. You know, I grew up with them, but they created that situation as well. You know, so and it sucks, bro. Like it's bad. Let me not say that fucking word, bro. Let me not say that goddamn word. I'm tripping. I don't know how the fuck I just said that, bro. Because nigga, there people be saying all type of. I hate gay talking, bro. That's gay. I mean, damn, I can't say that on here because they just deleted my stuff. But that colorful talking stuff, like people be saying, like how man, y'all, bro. People be saying all type of colorful stuff on their lives, bro. And it's like, bro, y'all here to kind of dox people, but you have to understand, bro. You're not listen. No one is watching you when you're watching gang stalking videos. You know, you talking, and then the thing is the contradiction of the fame illusion and being watched, right? Bro, you're listening to videos about knowledge and 24/7 surveillance, but you think these gangsters in the hood is listening to your videos and they watching you in your house as you listening to this stuff about all of this knowledge. You think these gangsters in your hood, you think these girls, they listening, watching you as you talk about and listen to this knowledge, and it's not fucking possible, bro. The world would just not be right. The world wouldn't be right. People shouldn't be taking as many chances as they do, and it can stop. I can make that stop. Uh, like I said, bro, the population IQ so fucking low, bro. It doesn't make sense. You have people everywhere, outside with signs talking about defund the police. Those are the only people doing that, bro, or above them. Um, you had people outside in many states talking about defund the police with signs protesting, bro. They don't even know how to fucking defund the police, bro. They don't even know how to, bro. Tell people consequences guaranteed. Putting somebody in jail for their life or 10 years plus is that's a depopulation agenda. So it makes sense, bro. Don't do nothing. You guarantee the consequences is guaranteed, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's the new slavery. They even have a program called ROPE, bro, Repeat Offender Program Experiment, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that sounds like without looking it up, right? That sounds like harassing somebody to see if they do some shit. That sounds like that. That's what that sounds like. Repeat Offender Program Experiment. That sounds like harassing somebody until they do something. See if they'll do it. That's what it sounds like. You just hear the word, but this stuff you can look up. This is stuff you can look up. I think I want to make this a 40-minute live exact. I like long lives. I like listening to long lives and stuff like that. Because it I don't want to hear an 8-minute video, a 10-minute video, um, and stuff like that. But you have to understand, bro, it's a bunch of perps out here. I would take a lie detector test on anything that I can to tell you that I'm not a fucking perp, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Anything. And those things are cheap. Uh, and whatever team, that targeted individual team, uh, I'm on it. just because of that statement I just made. I will take a lie detector test on anything I need to show I'm not involved with anything. You know what I'm saying? Just from that statement right there, I'm on that team of real people. This is someone you should listen to. I'm someone you should listen to. You know, this is stuff I looked up. Pfizer 702, um, 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 uh, ROPE, Repeat Offender Program Experiment. There's a bunch of programs, bro, in Atlanta's. They track people like they try to make a slave or something. Like, but you tried to make me an asset, like a slave asset to some type of music. Everybody, all of most nigga, I have like 3 sets of friends that had non-sexual diseases that they were born with, bro. And those 3 sets of friends that I had that had non-sexual diseases they were born with. Um, and then my birthday's the same birthday as Biggie, so they tried to make me a slave asset, which is sick, bro. It's just a new form of slavery, bro. It never stopped, and it's not about race. It's anybody. You know, it's anybody they can put in the system, bro. They're going to want to. They're trying to. So that's just what that is, bro. You have to understand that type of stuff. Like these motherfuckers, I'm just thinking about it like, damn, bro. I have friends, but these motherfuckers only gonna live to like 40. Hopefully, they make something for that, for those non-sexual diseases to where they can live. You know, hopefully they make something for that. But I'm just thinking about it like, damn, bro. These motherfuckers wanted to follow after me. They wanted to follow after me. They wanted me to be some type of celebrity and follow after me. You know, because it's very possible for me, nigga. Playboy Cardi's he's probably only a celebrity because he has Tupac resting date. You know, I got Biggie's birthday. You know, so this is what they try to do. That's why I stay away from people. Once I learned that type of stuff, man, I was like, man, bro, these people sick. But I'm not here to talk on myself. That's just, correlate. You can just correlate that to your situation. You might have something like that going on. A lot of y'all look special. A lot of y'all different. You know, a lot of us different. So you just have to understand how people are and what people try to do and what they can do, bro. That's just what they do. You think talking on here is gonna do something like, bro? Nah, that's what they do. They gonna look at you crazy until you have to, um, you know, show their ass. You know, so that's just what that is. They took one of my posts down yesterday. Um, so I had to stop really. I had to stop really. I had to stop really. Look what they do, bro. Look what they do. It's a tag in front of me that says ETA. What that say to me? You feel what I'm saying? What that say to me? I could really, you think I'm lying? You feel what I'm saying? They trying to coerce problems, which I'm just saying that would coerce a problem. I'm not scared. I don't care what ETA is. I don't care what you mean by that. It doesn't matter. What they're trying to, that's supposed to cause me a problem. Like that's supposed to cause me some type of mental problem. Bro, no. I don't care what ETA is for. But I would turn my phone, I don't lie. I would turn my phone around on this camera, bro. And I would turn my phone around, bro, put on this fucking back camera, bro, and show you. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Might do that anyway. But yeah, man, like it's sickness, bro. It's a sickness that these people have, and you just have to understand that type of stuff. You know, it's beautiful to understand. It's great to understand, bro. It's great to understand this type of stuff, and you just have to keep understanding it. Personally, I'm not a person that ever did any type of drug of any, and it doesn't matter if you have. You know, doesn't matter if you do. You see what you see. Well, I say it matter if you do drugs, but I've never done any type of drug outside of weed. I did ecstasy one time. I did one ecstasy, one pill, one time. It was pretty fun. I was very hyper, you know. But yeah, I don't plan on doing that because that shit causes problems with your mind. So don't do drugs. Yeah, don't do drugs. But yeah, man, like that shit just what this is. Like that's what it is. Um, it's not. I don't think it's Freemasons or anything like that. That's what I used to think. I used to think it's Freemasons. I used to think it's Freemasons and stuff like that, but it's not. It's law enforcement. It's law enforcement doing that type of stuff. It's documented. Whatever part of law enforcement you may think it is, it's documented, bro. Like it's documented, so you have to understand this type of stuff. You have to, you just have to understand it and just continue to strive and continue to keep going, bro. And I say pray to God. Like I tell people to pray because it's essential. God is trying to reach out to you once you're going through some stuff like this because this is unnatural. This doesn't happen to people. But the illusion of fame, the infamous, I gotta speak for myself, or people gonna think this, bro. No one is actually watching you. It's the police and these people that work for the police, these hip hop police, all of this stuff, the FBI, they all hand in hand. Why do you think there's something called the hip hop police, bro? Why do you think there's something called that? That's literally a thing, bro. These rappers and they entourage, they got police in them. Not literally, not security, real undercover police. Real undercover police, bro. Like like, come on now. That shit, come on now. That's money to be taken from people. They got what's the names? Informants all in they crew and they what's the name. It's something I just never do. I'd never even be a part of that type of stuff. Yeah, I'd never even be a part of that stuff. Like I wouldn't even be a rapper. I'm not rapping anymore. Like that's over with. And they'll sit around and try to like judge you off of that. Like they'll try to make it seem like, bro, it's so sick. They'll try to make it seem like you still trying to do that. Like, bro, you making jokes about me being a rapper or something like that, or where I'm supposed to be at, and I don't even want to do that shit. Like you look stupid as fuck. Motherfucker making jokes about how you ain't did shit in your life. Okay, cool. That's what I want. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is too. And they get mad at that. Once I got okay with being a nobody, once I got okay with not being this and that, what these niggas say on these songs and shit, once I got okay with it, all of a sudden I'm that now. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's just like, motherfucker pissed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker pissed. You ain't supposed to be okay with that. You ain't. That's why I said ego and reputation, bro, it will destroy you. If you worrying about your ego and what someone perceives as your reputation, it'll destroy you. Remember, the fame illusion, the infamous illusion, the fame illusion. Oh, everybody knows me. They talking about me right there. Oh, they watching me through my phone camera. Oh, they talking about me right there. The fame illusion, bro. It'll drive you crazy. That's what they do, bro. Motherfucker end up in jail. What's they do? Killed his cousin, the targeted individual. I forget his name. But the targeted individual, he killed his cousin. He was literally a target. He posted like us, posted on YouTube like us. It'll cause a problem with your mind. You can't be thinking like that. It'll cause a problem with your mind, bro. Just live in real life. Focus on action, not words, bro. Because they're different things. Why focus on action and not words? Because they're different things. You know who focused on words and what they seen and what they heard? You know who focused on that? Subliminals. You know who focused on subliminals and actions? I mean, you know who focused on subliminals and words instead of actions? Myra Mays. What Myra Mays do? Okay, then. So I'm telling you the truth. You have to understand, bro. Just let these people do what they want to do. Um, who doesn't know you doesn't know you. If you're unknown, you're unknown. You know if you're famous or not. You wouldn't be on here. You probably wouldn't even notice targeting, bro. You wouldn't be on here. So I'm gonna make this video at exactly 40 minutes. Um, I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. I'm trying to do a live every week. I'm trying to do a live every week, but this stuff is important, bro. And exactly 40 minutes.